Welcome, welcome, welcome. So before I begin, I am the type of reader that isn't in like a victim mentality. Like I take a lot of accountability. I know we all have bad character traits. They can fall in any kind of area of our lives, and I don't shy away from that because of shame or feeling, whatever. But, I do encounter a lot of people who don't want their bad character traits to be revealed, and don't want to admit to it either. And for me personally on this journey, I've decided that I'm not a perfect person. I can never be. I acknowledge the areas where they are dark, and I'm currently working on those things. Okay. When I encounter a lot of people, many of those people aren't working on those things. They are unwilling to identify the dark areas because they don't want to see themselves as the bad guy or bad girl or whatever. But if we look at social media often, especially when we listen into like dating advice, especially coming from other women in regards to the dating pool out here, they say be the mean girl, they say be all these things. But I honestly feel like you don't have to be the mean girl, you don't have to be the nice girl, you just have to be that girl. Okay, or that guy, just take it as it resonates. We do both embody masculine and feminine energies. We do come from a mother and a father, so we are going to embody those kind of energies within us regardless. A lot of people that I encounter, though, they have decided that emotions are very hurtful, so they don't want to feel the sad emotions, or the and they try to shield the angry emotions, but they want to be seen as this happy-go-lucky, always in a good mood type of person. And for me, it brings a lot of destruction out of me, a lot of chaos, because I am picking up on the energy that is really circulating within the person within. They're just showing out the mask of being happy-go-lucky. So in my readings, okay, and they may not resonate with everybody, and I have understood that a lot of people, okay, are not looking for accountability. They're looking for people to validate their victimhood. And unfortunately for my channel, for where I'm at currently on my journey, I cannot do that. So I don't care, how long it takes me to gain an audience. Whomever is watching now, I appreciate you. I really, really do, from the bottom of my heart. But I'm going to continue to do this because I actually enjoy doing it. I know that I am not trying to keep people in a dark place by, not speaking of the bad behavior traits that we all embody, by just continue to say, but you okay, you did. Now I do understand that there is a difference between, certain types of abuse and things that you should, but just let you know that when you make a decision and it doesn't turn out your way or whatever, it was a decision you made that just didn't work out in your favor. Move on. Let that be the experience to, keep you from out of that same type of situation in the future. Don't point the finger at the other person for not doing this or not doing that. You agreed to do something, especially if you agreed to do something, step into a situation or whatever, it just didn't work out. Keep it moving. Keep it moving. If you chose to stay because you believed in someone and they continue to treat you like trash, well, you chose to stay. And I'm not trying to sound harsh or anything, but it was your decision to stay, especially if there was no safety concern, okay, where you could just walk away and leave a situation that wasn't making you feel good. You could have tried to even talk yourself out of it. Maybe I'm overreacting. Maybe I just need to wait a little bit longer. Or maybe you was just blaming yourself for even making a decision to be in a situation that you were in. Okay, so again, guys, my channel is maybe a little bit different than other readers that you might want to listen to, that's going to just validate, your victimhood. Mine's is more so of validating your strength, okay, your power, your understanding that, we all make choices and decisions, and sometimes it just don't work in our favor, especially when we're dealing with other people. It also strengthens how much we can tolerate other people as well. Maybe you're just a person that has low tolerance and you really can't be around people, but you're forcing yourself to be around people. That's the thing too. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to maybe be alone, but maybe it might be time to be alone. Find something that you like to do, a hobby. Find something that you know are good at to make you feel good in that area where you know you could be seeking outside validation from when you don't need it. Okay, but you might feel that you do. You know, and yeah, it's a personal journey. We're all on different ones, okay? We're not on the same journey at the same time, but we can always help each other along the way, okay? So, guys, I just needed to get that out before we go ahead and tap into the read. I hope you guys are doing well. Remember, we all embody both masculine and feminine energies, okay? Remember, these can be a past, future, or a present situation. Just place yourself where you belong in a message. If it doesn't resonate, then leave it, okay? For someone else to appreciate, please and thank you, okay? I hope you guys are doing well. Today is December 5th. Happy birthday, Saggies, okay? Including to myself. All right? We're all going to learn. We're going to learn one way or another, okay? All right, Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, pass me a message. We're going to start off with the True Emotional deck as well, okay? All right, something about being under pressure. Something is being illuminated. Truth, discovery, and awakening. You could be definitely finding some sort of truth within yourself here, collective. Something is definitely awakening within you. Some sort of discovery, self-discovery. That's a beautiful thing. We have you turning your back on something that no longer serves you. Because you know who the fuck you are, period, okay? You know who you are. And I'm not saying, you know, you can toot your own horn, but who else is going to toot it? We have a twin flame, so you're turning your back on a twin flame connection. You may not even believe in this shit no more, okay? You may think that the twin flame journey is a negative one, something that will empower you to actually turn inwards, okay, to your truth, to your own power. We have reckless love and sex. Sex could have definitely been involved in a twin flame connection here, okay? You could have felt like something was very magical because the sex was good. Somebody could have said that they loved you because the sex was good, but it was very reckless, careless maybe. Maybe it was all about sex. We have massive regret. Somebody is massively regretting doing something to you here, collective. It's like maybe somebody wanted to get between your pants. Somebody wanted you to feel like there was a deeper connection, but it wasn't. Now somebody is missing you. Is at the bottom of the deck. That's the overall energy. Who the fuck is missing the collective after being an asshole? Okay? After only wanting to get them in bed. Okay? You could have discovered that somebody just wanted something very superficial with you here, collective. But they wanted you to believe that they wanted more. And like once they got what they wanted, they turned their back. They could have left you in a real somber place. It's something about you restoring some sort of balance to your life, though, here, collective. It's something about you also having a lot of mental clarity. Where did you play a part at in the situation? Where in the areas you could have said no, turned your back on her, instead of just, you know, being in a somber place. Okay? It could be somebody who's in your energy, who knows that you're very strong, that you are able to create the type of life that you want. You could be the one to say, I don't want to fuck with you no more. With the Four of Cups also, you can be the one to say, I'm not doing this anymore. You can be the one to say, you know what, I don't need to see you no more. You know, you have the power. Somebody knows that you have the power to turn away their cup, their offer. And now you're learning that you have the power in this as well here, collective. It's like no one has to tell you that you are able to walk away, that you don't have to deal with somebody else's problems, situations, help nobody, fix nobody, none of that. You could be a fixer. Now you're trying to fix yourself, you know? You probably tried to fix so many different people here, collective. We have the King of Cups. Somebody could have came and tried to love bomb. Oh, we have the Hierophant in reverse here with the truth being revealed with the illumination here, collective. You're starting to focus more so on your personal beliefs other than other people's beliefs, other than societal norms here, collective. You are definitely seeking a lot of freedom. You're going against the grain here. Some people feel like you could be possibly foolish for not being someone who is a pretender, a faker. Somebody sees you going through blind faith because you're walking in some sort of blind faith when it comes to you here, collective. You're not listening to other people's advice so much. You could have listened to other people's advice often. I feel like here collective, it could be, I don't like to say the gift and the curse, but there's always a good and a bad in anything that you do. Okay, always a good and a bad. Okay, even if that means, oh, I was just there to help this person, such and such and such, but maybe you was there helping the person rob a bank. You know what I'm saying? Like, because they needed to feed their four, hungry kids and stuff like that. The intention is good because you want to help somebody feed their kids, but the act was wrong. You know what I'm saying? So that's just a example. Okay, so you're definitely going against the grain. This is why you're discovering, you're awakening to your own truth. Tell me more about the Hierophant in reverse. What's being illuminated? We have the King of Cups. Something about love bombing. Okay. Yeah, I feel like here, collective, you're about to go in a place of solitude here. You're going into a lot of self-love, or you're practicing self-love. But it has the Hermit and the Ace of Cups coming out. Okay, and I feel like you know when people's intentions are good or bad, but I feel like you have to actually go through the experience first. You may not be the ultimate. I feel like you always go into situations as you being honest, being truthful, being upfront, and you look at other people that way here, collective. And I feel like society says don't trust anybody, don't do that. But for you here, collective, okay, you spent a lot of time soul searching, a lot of time alone, and you want to see the best in people, and so you go inside those situations, but normally it leads you back into solitude. It leads you back into finding the love for you that you deserve with the Ace of Cups. So nobody's King of Cups love bombing can go ahead and overtake your Ace of Cups. So this is what is being illuminated. Okay, something about you also, you're an adventurer. Okay, you could have had a few adventures when it comes to come into regards of relationships. We have turning your back. We have the Queen of Pentacles followed by the Ace of Wands. So because you're turning your back here, collective, you're focusing more on your finances, your stability, something that you're creating from this as well, some sort of wealth, some sort of opportunity that's going to come about, and you're very passionate about this. I feel like somebody knows that you're choosing yourself over them now here, collective, just because the way you move, okay, the way you speak. Yeah, you leaving somebody out in the cold with the Five of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords. I feel like you are not about to play on somebody else's, or you're not going to take on nobody else's trauma. Okay, you're not the Mr. Fix-It. I feel like you realize that, over time you've been trying to help people and they've been slowing you up, slowing you down with the Five of Pentacles energy. You've been losing shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, because somebody wants to stay trapped and somebody wants you to be trapped with them because they know that you've awakened, that they know that you are free, that you go against the grain, that you don't care about what other people say for real. Because you know how people say that all the time. Oh, I don't care what they say, I don't care what they say. But then they always say, you know what the people think. You got to let them think that such and such and such. Oh, I don't want people to see it. But they always got something or somebody in their mouth. Somebody wants you to be hostage with them here, collective. If you're a freebie and this person is being held hostage, you have to release this person for certain. Turn your back on them. It is what it is. Twin flame. We have the Seven of Pentacles. You've been waiting for a long time for somebody to come. Yeah, for somebody to come through, be who you need them to be, but you decided to do something very independently with the Two of Wands. It's something here that you're no longer waiting on. You're not waiting for this person to make up a decision, to decide whether or not they want to be with you, to decide whether or not they want to heal, if they want to change here, collective. I feel like you are very intimidating towards this person. Yeah, you're moving away from this Six of Swords to the Three of Cups. And I feel like here, collective, this is something that you are meant to do, all right? To find your own peace, your own joy, your own happiness. Celebrate with whomever wants to celebrate you, collective, by moving away from certain habits, from a twin flame connection. You learned a lot, though. Okay? You learned a lot. What's this reckless sex? What is this? You definitely learned a lot. We have the Page of Cups. It was very innocent, very immature. You're moving away from this. With the Chariot, we have the Page of Cups to the Chariot with the reckless sex. Something could have happened very immaturely, something very recklessly. You wasn't thinking. Maybe this is something where, Very small emotions. It's not a big deal, okay? It's not a big deal. It's like a hit it quick kind of thing right here. It's like, okay, I can get it, but I don't need to really take it along with me. I feel like you could be moving away from whoever this is. Yeah, I feel like somebody wanted to use you for some sort of sexual pleasure. hmm We have the strength, and we have the seven of swords. Somebody was definitely trying to steal some sort of strength, some sort of joy from you. Okay, somebody wanted you, if you're a very confident person, somebody wanted you to feel like you lacked, that you were stupid, that you were dumb, that you wasn't strong enough, or something like that. Somebody wanted to play on your top. Okay, somebody wanted to see if they can get you in the sack. They did. Okay, and all right, kudos. And then somebody probably wanted to say, you don't have enough brains because you don't follow the cloud with the Hierophant in reverse that came out and started that. You don't follow the rules of people. Somebody is trying to get you to follow the rules of people. You don't have to follow the rules of people, but you can pay attention to them, because there are a lot of thieves, there are a lot of deception that's always circulating around us, especially when we walk with a big ass glow. Okay, a big ass glow that they're trying to dim completely, shut down. I feel like you always have the strength to move on, move away, leave something behind, and focus back on yourself here, collective. And other people are stuck. They could be stuck in marriages that they don't really want to be in. That massive regrets is coming up. Wow. Okay. They can be stuck in marriages that they don't really want to be in. They could be stuck at a job, workplace where they don't want to be at. They could be stuck around friends and families where they don't want to be in. But because you're so afraid to be alone here, collective, they stay stuck, and they put on that happy face, the happy-go-lucky face. Here on you, collective, you are strong enough to show every emotion. You can show any vulnerability, and if you watch people, and if they take advantage of it here, collective, they will fucking regret it, because you will move on, because you have a lot of strength to do so. You are not afraid to be alone. You have already found and discovered the truth within you, the awakening, the discovery, the truth, the illumination, that turning your back is best for you. Always, even if you have to start over again. What is this massive regret? We have the Seven of Cups. Somebody had a lot of options, probably had you as an option, and then tried to give you a fucking cup with the Four of Cups. You rejected this person here, collective. Or you're now rejecting somebody because you already know that you're an option. You ain't nobody's goddamn option. You don't come second to last. Okay? You come first. Somebody is regret putting you to the side. Nobody puts baby in the corner. Okay? Somebody is regretting putting you in the corner, setting you aside to come back to offer you some shit where you was right in front of their face here, collective. Somebody is going to miss you when they're gone. I feel like somebody could possibly have a lot of access to you. Okay, here, collective. I feel like somebody has a lot of a lot of access to you. So this could be a parent of your child. This can be a workplace thing situation. This can even be your own fucking spouse, a family member, a friend, whatever it is. But somebody feels like you're an option in their life. They can just place you on the side whenever they want, come back and offer, and you're like, oh, hell no. Like, you could have played this game with them for a little while here, collective, because again, when you're a really good person, you try to give people the benefit of the doubt. Okay, but every time you give somebody the benefit of the doubt, you end up feeling lost, or you feel like you're depleted, and you feel like you're sad, like you just some option and you know you're not. And I feel like you give a lot of people who rob and steal and betray you in this kind of way, who even betray themselves here, collective, because they are in the Eight of Swords energy. They still in a victim mentality. They still feel trapped, and they want you to feel the same as them in certain ways here, collective. So it's like a projection of energy. But I do feel like here somebody knows that you are strong enough to walk away and leave at any given time, because you have no kind of, how can I put this, hold on you. You don't have that strong hold on you. You don't have to be around people in order to get what you want. We have the Ten of Cups coming out as well. So somebody is definitely regretting not giving you an offer. It's like somebody see you as their Ten of Cups. Somebody see you as having a beautiful family, a happy relationship or whatever, but they just can't. Yeah, we have the Fool. I feel like, yeah, collective, you're not waiting on nobody. You're not dealing with nobody's bullshit. I feel like you walked straight into somebody's energy and they couldn't see you for real. Or they did see you, but they couldn't really see you. They tried to break you down a little bit so that way they can conquer, okay, collective. So that way it could be like a projection of energy to where now you wanted to be fascinated with this big old family, this happy life or whatever, whatever. But I feel like you was just on your journey. You was passing through. You was minding your business here, collective, and boom. Now somebody's going to regret really fucking playing with you, collective. Okay? That's what I see. We have the 5 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Somebody is going to really regret 9 of Swords. Wow. 9 of Wands. Somebody is going to regret putting you through some bullshit here, collective. Somebody is going to regret trying to have the upper hand when it comes to you. The 3 of Swords. Somebody is going to regret this. 10 of Swords. Wow. Wow. Somebody is really fucked up in the inside here, collective. And I feel like you could have called this energy out. You could have called it out. And they got so angry. They got vindictive. They got very, 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 very spiteful towards you here, collective. They put you in a competition that you did not have to be in here, collective. Again, like I said earlier when I was channeling the message about you making decisions because you're trying to see the best out of a situation, but it turns out to be sour, like a sourpuss. And then having massive regrets behind it, and then finding yourself trying to fight, be resilient, stay in the game. But you don't have to stay in this game. This game is only going to bring you nothing but heartbreak, more emotional pain, more turmoil, and then you're going to be a fucking 10 of Swords. It's like, no, let this person have what they have with the Page of Pentacles, okay? Page of Swords. Yeah, they are very, very immature here, collective. And somebody can possibly be trying to dangle some sort of money, but they don't got big money. It is what it is, though. It's like somebody just has a very immature way of seeing something. I see you definitely walking away from somebody with the 8 of Cups. I do feel like this is somebody who you do need to get away from because they are very, 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 very victimized. Again, like I said, this is somebody who is not comfortable with all types of emotions, and you can't be around somebody safely that you can't express yourself, where somebody feels like you are one way this way, one way that way. Well, fuck, maybe you are, but it's because of the experience or the circumstances is changing. You can't stay one way. It's like somebody wants you to be one way. I feel like you decided to choose yourself. You went and took a passionate leap of faith here, collective, with the Knight of Wands here. Yeah, and ended something, some sort of cycle with the Tower. Yup. I feel like you was tired of giving to somebody. You was tired of trying to understand them when it was only trying to misunderstand you. I feel like, somebody can feel abandoned. Maybe you can feel a little bit abandoned here, collective. Definitely disappointed in the connection or where it went, where it transpired, where it's going. But I feel like you know that you needed to walk away. You need to leave something behind because, again, collective, when people see that you are abandoning yourself, they will do the same. So now somebody is in massive regret. They miss you because you walked away. You chose not to play the game. You chose not to keep believing in them. The High Priestess. You chose your higher wisdom, your intuition, your sacred knowledge. You listened to your spirit guides. You followed your morals. You didn't go against anybody else's. It's like something where you could possibly be grateful for. Let me tell you something, guys. If you are rejected, feel grateful for the rejection. If you had to walk away from a connection that you love completely, be grateful that you found the energy, the power, the strength to find yourself again, to love yourself again. Okay? Because let me tell you something. People will walk all over you as long as you let them. And that's a choice that we make. Guys, I want to thank you so much for joining the channel. This is your message. I hope that it resonated. Until next time, stay blessed.